Are you sick and tired of gambling your hard-earned money on Madden packs? Well, look no further than my sponsor, MMOEXP, for the cheapest and the most reliable mug coins on the market. And don't forget to use code FERDY at checkout for 5% off. The link for their website will be right at the top of the description. Are you looking to take your Madden game to the next level? Look no further than Civil.gg for the best ebooks on the market. Choose one of 2 membership options, and don't forget to use code FERDY at checkout for 25% off. What's going on, guys? Today we have our campus hero prediction video. Yesterday, EA dropped this like college version of Superstar KO, which looks pretty cool. Definitely want to try it out. But yeah, they kind of dropped this new mode yesterday with all these new college players, all these new names. You can use the real college teams and their jerseys. I always thought why they just didn't do that in years past, because they had the college teams' rights from, like, you know, what's it called, face of the franchise. But I always thought that they should do this. And yeah, this year it's not a wild card Wednesday, you know, kind of promo. I mean, it might be the same structure. I don't really know. But, and also there's a chance we don't even get college players on Friday. But I think it's like 100% chance, like 99.9% sure it's gonna be some kind of campus college hero promo on Friday. But hopefully, you know, it comes with house rules and stuff like that. And if you watch yesterday's video where I kind of talk about some new names I want to see in Madden 22, a lot of those names are actually in the new game mode. They actually dropped the whole list of all the players that are in the game mode. So it's gonna be a lot of the guys I want to see on Friday come out in today's video. Also gonna be a few, you know, mock card art. Shout out to my boy Raptor. Of course, Raptor always comes clutch with like the mock card arts and stuff like that. I'll leave links for all his stuff down in the description if you want to check him out. And yeah, if you are new here, hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 30,000 subscribers. So the subscribe button, turn notifications. We post daily Madden 22 content. And also the link for my Twitch channel down in the description. I will be live tonight. Not sure what we're going to do, but I'm sure it'll be a good time. So if you haven't come through yet, I recommend you do. And shout out to my man, Darius. Shout out to Darius for commenting the emoji on last video. Okay, so let's just hop right into the list. We're kind of going to do the same format that we did in yesterday's video. And the first player is kind of a long shot. I mean, I know he's a long shot because I got a good feeling that in this promo, there's only going to be players that were in the Superstar KO mode. I feel like that makes the most sense because in that Odell Beckham card art for that Superstar KO card, he's in his LSU jersey. So I feel like they're only going to use players that they have the rights of the college that they went to, which would still make for a pretty good promo. There are still some really, really good names. But yeah, Johnny Manziel, kind of a long shot. Texas A&M, my bad. Sorry, Texas A&M, Johnny Manziel would be amazing, but I don't think we're going to get him this year. I'm just trying to stay hopeful that maybe one day we do, but Johnny football would be absolutely amazing. Maybe a different kind of card for Johnny Manziel. I don't know. Maybe not a campus. I just hope we get a Johnny Manziel at some point. Next man up, I think, is basically a guarantee. If he doesn't drop this Friday, I don't know when he will. That's Tim Tebow. I mean, his Superstar KO card I've been hearing is absolutely loaded. So Tim Tebow, Florida, one of the greatest college football players of all time. This one makes too much sense, you know, on Florida. The card art would probably look amazing. I'm just really excited for a Tim Tebow card again this year, and especially the way that quarterbacks run this year. I can only imagine what like a 89 speed Tim Tebow with like power back stats would do out there. I'm actually terrified of a Tim Tebow card. So the next man up is LeGarrette Blount, and I somehow forgot LeGarrette's name in yesterday's video, but LeGarrette Blount would just be so cool, and he is, yes, a part of this Superstar KO mode. So there's like a really high percentage that we get LeGarrette Blount, and there's also a really high percentage that if they do his speed right, he's the best running back in the game. I mean, LeGarrette Blount is built so big. If they give him like high 80 speeds, like 88, 89 speed somehow, the card would just be stupid. He's a 2-time Super Bowl champ, so could definitely get some upgrades maybe during the Super Bowl promo and stuff like that. I feel like LeGarrette Blount's a card that just kind of makes sense in this year's game. So hopefully, you know, we do get one. You know, that'd be amazing. A big body back. I mean, we have a lot of those already, but yeah, he'd be dominant. Even if he doesn't have that speed, he'd still be nasty on the goal line. They maybe throw him at fullback, maybe something like that. I don't really know, but LeGarrette Blount is a name I somehow forgot in yesterday's video, but he definitely deserves a card. He's been out of mud for just way too long. So our next player was actually a campus hero last year, and that's Roy Williams, wide receiver. I could definitely see him getting a card. But then we also got Vince Young. I think Vince Young's also a lock. He was a big part of kind of the advertisement for this new mode. So I think Vince Young is definitely a guarantee. If you've been watching the channel since my Madden 21 Campus Hero Vince Young gameplay, you know I have a bad history with Vince Young cards. So hopefully if Vince does get a card in Madden 22, they make him at least usable, because that card was just so bad. And if you want, go back and watch that gameplay, but that card was so atrocious. I can't even describe it to you. But hopefully they do Vince right this year, and he gets a very usable card, hopefully a dominant card It'd be pretty cool. Maybe they made like, you know, like 2 masters maybe. I'm not sure how they're going to format this, because in years past, or in last year at least, they gave us just like a bunch of, I think they were like 80, maybe 90 overall cards, maybe like 8, maybe like, I don't know, they were low-key like low 90s whenever they came out. And then there was like a 95 drop too, I'm pretty sure. I think that makes sense. Does that make sense? I don't really remember, but yeah, hopefully, yeah, we get a good Vince Young card, good speed, good release, all that good stuff. He'd be really good, but for some reason in Madden 21, the card was just awful. So next man up is Earl Campbell, another card that I think will definitely, if it's not in this promo, we'll definitely get a card at some point this year. Earl Campbell, those big legs, probably would be a nice power back. I mean, if you have a theme team that he's a part of, I'm sure you'll be able to boost that speed up a little bit. But Earl Campbell would definitely be a demon as well. Next up, Carson Palmer, our first quarterback. Nope, I already went over 2. I don't know what I'm saying. But our first kind of pocket passing quarterback is, I went over 3 actually. I'm tripping. But yeah, Carson Palmer, he'd be a pocket passer. Probably not the best, you know, speed stats. Probably wouldn't be able to roll out and stuff like that. But high accuracy, all that good stuff. And would get, I think he was Bengals, Cardinals, and Raiders. Did he play for the, I think he played for the Raiders. I think he did. But I remember him on the Cardinals, you know, with my boy David Johnson just going crazy. So hopefully we do get a nice little Carson Palmer card. That'd be really cool. Next up, we got Dan Fouts. Or Fout. I don't know how to say his last name. I'll be honest. I have no idea who this dude is. I actually just Googled him. And he played on the Chargers. So, Dan Fouts. Big Dan. I think he'll probably get a card. I can definitely see it. I'm not sure what kind of quarterback he was, but he looked like a demon. He did. I just never heard of him before. I don't have good knowledge when it comes to like old time football. But yeah, I don't even know if I'm saying his name right. But Dan Fouts, I have no idea. I think he'll definitely get a card though. I could definitely see it. So next up, we got another running back, and that is Priest Holmes. He's the 1K demon. He is in the Superstar KO mode, so I do think Priest will get a card. I kind of said him in yesterday's video, and then I saw him today in the game, which is pretty cool. So yeah, Priest Holmes. Card might be a demon. He really could be. Probably a pretty good pass catcher. I mean, if he went 1K, I would hope that they give him some pass catching stats. I'd imagine maybe he will have some power too, the way he's built. It looks like he's definitely got some power. And our next man up is Brian Orakpo. I could never say this dude's name. Brian Orakpo. I think I said that right. But Brian, you know, Washington football team chems, all that good stuff. Card probably be a nasty edge rusher. I think he'd be a right ender, outside linebacker. I don't really remember. But next up, we have the man himself. Yes, he is back. USC legend, Taylor Mays. So Taylor Mays, yeah, he'll be in MUT this year. Again, I'm not sure if he's going to drop Friday. I mean, that'd be a good card to sell packs and kind of start the year right. Because right now, like I said, content's kind of getting off to a slow start. We got heavyweights, no content Monday, Tuesday. Apparently, we are going to get a limited time tomorrow. Hopefully, those are good. But yeah, I think that Taylor Mays is going to be a problem again this year. The way that safeties play, the way that he'll be able to hit and have that speed and his size at 6'3". Taylor Mays is back, and he'll be better than ever. I can almost guarantee that. Okay, so the next 3 names we have are not the flashiest, but these are 3 cards that I do think are going to get upgrades at some point. If it's not on Friday, who really knows? But Brian Bosworth makes sense. Middle linebacker, had a card in Madden 20, was pretty solid, kind of phased out quick, but Bosworth is a card I could definitely see getting an upgrade. Also, he was a Seahawk, and we all know Cradle loves the Seahawks, so Bosworth just kind of makes sense to me. The next man up is actually a kicker. And this kind of depends on how they structure the promo, because they could be completely new. It could be, you know, 2 masters and set pieces and stuff like that. Who really knows? But Morton Anderson, I think he was the only kicker, I believe, in the Superstar KO mode. So, I mean, they gave him a card last year very early. He was the first focus kicker last year. This one does make sense as well. Hopefully, they don't give us Morton during a Legend weekend, because I don't want to do another kicker gameplay this year. I did a kicker gameplay last year. That's how slow the content was to start Madden 21, which is kind of crazy still. But the last guy is Tony Vaselli. He played on the Jaguars, offensive lineman. I can't remember if he played tackle or guard. Either way, an offensive lineman will get an upgrade. There were a lot of O-linemen in the Superstar KO mode. So yeah, I could definitely see Tony Vaselli. One of the few names that I recognize, and I think he had a card in Madden 20. I'm pretty sure he did. So next up, we have a name that I don't think I can remember ever being in Madden that like I played. I can't remember it, but Ahmad Rashad. And yes, he's the same Ahmad Rashad that was Boys with Jordan. But Ahmad Rashad, I mean, I could definitely see him getting a card. I don't see why not. He's in the KO mode. He's a new name. It just kind of makes sense to me. So Ahmad Rashad is our next guy. And then we have Roy Williams, the safety. So 2 Roy Williams. Roy had a card last year. He was actually really good, really underrated card, because everyone had, you know, some more popular names from Madden 21. But Roy Williams was actually a really solid card. I would say he was kind of underrated. I really would say that. He was really solid last year. So maybe he'd be that guy. I mean, I feel like right now safeties are kind of struggling to like kind of keep up. Maybe Roy Williams kind of changes that for people. I don't really know. Will be a pretty good card, a good hit power, good speed, good size and stuff like that. Okay, so now we have who I think is the greatest college football player of all time, and that is Reggie Bush. If they do kind of do that like master with like collectibles format for this promo, then I think that Reggie Bush will be a master. Either him or Tebow or a guy like maybe Vince Young. Hopefully it's not Matt Leinart, who's also on this list. Hopefully it's not him. But yeah, I could see for sure a Reggie Bush card. He was a big part of kind of promoting this the same way Vince Young was. He was actually the first one who actually accidentally leaked the fact that this was going to be a Superstar KO mode, which is just kind of a dub for Reggie right there, to be honest. Maybe EA punishes him by not giving him this card, but hopefully not. Reggie Bush would be a demon. We kind of had to wait a little bit last year to get Reggie, but hopefully this year he drops on Friday. That'd be super cool. Probably would have a nasty spin. Jew could catch passes, good speed. Yeah, Reggie Bush would be a major W. Okay, so now we are down to our last 4 names, and we have Colt McCoy, who played on Texas. He's also in the Superstar KO mode. You kind of can pick between, I guess, Vince Young and Colt McCoy. Colt McCoy was really, really good in college. NFL didn't work out probably how he thought it was going to, but in college, Colt McCoy was a demon. Matt Leinart, hopefully he doesn't get a card. He had a card last year. I don't think I've ever faced him. He was in the game. I think he had 2 upgrades last year, to be honest. But Matt Leinart, yeah, hopefully we just don't get him. I just really hope we don't. Colt McCoy would probably be a little bit more mobile than Leinart, but I really don't want to see either, to be honest. But I think that EA might pull some strings and try to get Colt McCoy or Matt Leinart a card, because Matt Leinart was also a big part of the advertisement for this new Superstar KO mode. So I could definitely see it. And our last 2 names are Pat Chung and Tommy Frazier. So that is the list right there. Some guys that I think are basically locks are maybe like Vince Young, Tebow. I think Earl Campbell will get one. I could definitely see Priest Holmes. I think Taylor Mays is definitely a guy that EA knows will sell packs, so they'll probably throw him in the promo. And yeah, Reggie Bush too. So hopefully we do get these names. And there were a lot of names on that list that I just didn't recognize. Actually, I'll show you the list right now so you guys can kind of see for yourself. But there were a lot of names that I didn't recognize. Okay, so here is the full list, and the first thing I want to say is shout out to Wizzle and MuttGG for making this whole list. MuttGG is such a W, like it's not even funny. But yeah, literally any of these players could get cards. Like on Friday, any of them could. But also it's really cool to see what legends and what players EA has the rights for going into this year. So Percy Harvin will definitely get a card. Will it be Friday? When will it be? Who really knows? Percy Harvin, one of the greatest college football players of all time, in my opinion. Fred Taylor, I think, could definitely get one. Maybe not in this promo, but it's pretty cool to see Fred Taylor, in Madden. If we head down here, there's, Kevin Falk, guys like that. Jim Kelly's going to get a card this year. Andre Johnson, Reggie Wayne again. Michael Irvin's coming back. I mean, there are so many cards that like it's really cool to see that EA has the rights for these guys. Like Antrell Rolls back, Sean T back. You'll love to see that. Yeah, there's a lot of names on here. Plexico Burris, a name I wanted to put on my list. I actually forgot to put him on there. So Plexico Burris, I think, could definitely get a card. And if it's not, a card right now, it could be a Super Bowl card. It could be, I don't even know when they give him a card, but Plexico Burris, I think, will definitely get a card this year, like 100%. And he's Giants and Jets. EA seems to be liking the Giants and Jets this year for some reason. But there's Tommy Frazier. Ahmad Green is back. Prince Amukamara, or Mukamara, sorry, however you say his name. And yeah, there are a lot. LeGarrette Blount's here. Like, there are a lot of really, really cool names that EA has the rights for this year. And I'm honestly excited for this year looking at all these players, man. So there's a lot of new names, a lot of new legends, a lot of potential for Madden 22's content this year. I'm honestly very excited, man. Alright guys, so that is going to do it for today's video. I'm just really excited for what this promo can be. Hopefully we are right and this promo is coming Friday, because you guys see the list. There are so many new names, so much potential. EA could just make this such a W. Hopefully EA doesn't find a way to mess this up, but I'm just honestly so excited for content in Madden 22. I think Madden 20's content was After seeing 21, I felt that way, but yeah, 21's content was crazy, and I expect 22 to get that much better. Gameplay's another thing. I do think this game is maybe a few patches away from being pretty good gameplay-wise, but yeah, as far as content, I think this year is going to be a major W. It feels like the content's starting to ramp up now. Limited times on Thursday, and then hopefully this promo on Friday, man. But yeah, there's just so much potential, so many new names, and hopefully EA Sports just executes. That's all they really got to do. They just got to execute and just not try to get too cute, not try to get too fancy. Just drop the cards that the people want to see. It's really not that hard. That's all they got to do. That's all they got to do. But if you are still watching, let's comment the sushi emoji for a chance to be shouted out in the next video. And if you are new here, hit that subscribe button for notifications. We post daily Madden 22 content. And as always, I will see you boys in the next one.